say we want love, but we purposely mess it up once we have it. This may be a controversial opinion, but I think all our problems with love need to be solved inside us alone. Perhaps there are those of you thinking that makes no sense. I want to love other people, so I need to fix my problem with other people. Well, if you believe in oneness, then we're all actually the same being in different avatars. You are me, and I am you. But that's another story. If we're talking about romantic love, then we often yearn for partners we secretly know cannot love us back. We choose to focus our attention on a celebrity on another continent, a person we've never spoken to, or someone we believe is out of our league, instead of appreciating a friend, colleague, or someone who has already expressed interest in us, someone who is real. There's also something in us that wants the bad boy, someone who doesn't want us, or maybe even hates us, someone who is already in a relationship. Maybe it's because we want that thrill, the idea that we can make someone love us, that we can change their mind. Maybe it's to make up for the love we never received at home, a repeat of the pattern of being found not good enough and not receiving love as a consequence of that. Except, in our romantic fantasy, we are able to convince them of our worth. We make them love us. And by doing so, we win. We prove that we are worthy. We are good after all. This beautiful, gorgeous, smart, successful person beside us proves it. Just look at how great our pictures look. In the K-drama series or in the Hollywood movie, that's where the story ends. In real life, however, your insecurities continue to haunt you. You are always jealous, worried that your partner, who's too good for you, is secretly seeing someone else. You start being suspicious of everyone they even talk to. You try to clip their wings so they can't fly off to another nest. Or maybe you decide they're boring. You already won them. It obviously means that you were better than you thought. Your wife's okay, back when you were younger and you didn't know any better. But now you're rich, more successful, and probably even better looking. Don't you deserve someone that matches that vibe? Maybe it's time for someone younger, hotter, and sexier. Someone more exciting. We've seen these scenarios play out before, in our friends, coworkers, or even in our own families. The problem isn't with that other person. It's about the unhealed wound inside us. The fear that we're not good enough, that we're not lovable because we aren't good enough to be loved. We want more than anything for someone to come and tell us that we are special, that we are worthy. The problem is that we may be able to convince other people, but we often never convince ourselves. We try to gain value by attaching ourselves to people with qualities we admire, hoping that they can reflect those qualities back to us. You see, we don't really want a more exciting partner. We want to be exciting ourselves, and we want to take that from someone else. In short, you're a vampire. What you're doing isn't loving. It's draining the life force of someone else, then discarding them when you're done, in search of a new, better, more successful person, or whoever you decide is your next victim, whoever's personality you want to consume next. It doesn't seem that romantic, does it? So we go back to my original statement that your relationship issues have to be solved within yourself. That the first problem to be fixed has to be that wound in your heart. Unless you believe that you are good enough, you will continue sabotaging all your love affairs. Because that's the only way the world makes sense. You believe you are unlovable, so you create a reality where no one loves you. Not really.